Welcome to the friendly confines of Wrigley Field for Sunday night baseball action here on Sticky Bleachers in 2017. My name is Cory.
I'm Bob, excited for this matchup between the young Yankees and then the defending world champion, Chicago Cubs.
Arrieta does not... Ooh, perfect game is off the table for Jake Arrieta, Bob.
It is. So a quick infield single there, and Gary Sanchez up to bat. And it looks like he's taken off, so foul ball there.
He was. They're going to have to watch him over on first, Bob. How's Arrieta's move to first?
Not particularly good, but it looks like the Yankees are just going to be aggressive on the base pass today, Cory.
I see that. So, like you said, Bob, a young team, maybe a fast team, trying to take advantage of some of their slick speedsters.
Well, they do. With Brett Gardner and Jacoby Ellsbury in the lineup, they do have some speed there. But a towering pop fly there to right field, caught by Jason Hayward and thrown back into second base. So
I think that ball could be seen by the sailboats out on Lake Michigan today, Bob.
It might have been a little bit. And here's the veteran Matt Holliday, recently hit his 300th home run with a base hit all the way to the wall. So quickly, these Yankees, Cory, are getting it done. And
a slight mistake there, Bob. Throwing home on that one allowed that runner to go to third. I think you got to throw ahead of your lead runner there. Am I right?
Absolutely. And they do keep the double play intact, but still, yes, poor throwing error there.
Oh, there's a liner. Oh, not quite able to double him up. Good catch there in the hole.
That was Jacoby Ellsbury hit that one on a line, so a nice catch there by Addison Russell. And Jason Hayward with the third out there. So the Yankees strike first, Cory, 1-0 here, heading to the bottom of the first with unconventional leadoff man Kyle Schwarber up to bat.
Hey, trying something new.
Hey, gets on base. That's all you can really ask for from your leadoff guy.
That's right.
He does that.
And who's to question the power of the glasses, Bob? Certainly not you or I.
Oh, man, Joe Madden's not going to need to buy a drink in Chicago for the rest of his life. Probably his grandchildren's life as well.
I think you're right, Bob. Here is Rizzo, not to be confused with a character from Greece, but he is a real-life male baseball player.
That was a nice double play they turned there on the hot shot to first and the doubling up the runner, Kyle Schwarber.
Yes, unfortunately. And Chase Headley, Bob.
Chase Headley, longtime veteran.
Yes, another career journeyman, Bob. He's been around the league, as has Matt Holliday.
Career journeyman on two teams, so yes, absolutely. It seemed like he was on a journey there in San Diego for a long, long time. And here's rookie sensation Aaron Judge grounding out to Anthony Rizzo. And Tanaka with the bat. We don't get to see Tanaka hit very often.
No,
Cory.
we don't. Now, Bob, is Judge... I've always thought that Judge would be good on an outfield team with David Justice. What do you think?
I think that would be good. We could call it, court is in session.
Yes, or how about an outfield of judge, jury, and executioner?
I like that. We just need to find outfielders with the last name Jury and Executioner.
Jose Executioner, Bob, is a young prospect from Cuba. He's coming up.
Executioner.
I think he's playing for Rapid City this year, but we may see him come up.
We may. And the Yankees will have to make a trade here. And there's Addison Russell with a line shot all the way to the left field wall, but the nice throw in there by Brett Gardner and keeps him to a single, Cory.
All right. What would be the name of the Rapid City, South Dakota minor league team if they had one? Would it be something about Mount Rushmore? The Rapid City Presidents?
It might, or the Rapid City Dust Bowls or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, something, though, maybe with Mount Rushmore.
Tim Tebow
like
could
the Rapid
go up
City
there and
Mounts.
play.
Oh, Cory, we have a long, deep drive, deep to right field, and it's in the bleachers. So the Yankees continue their offensive onslaught.
And I think we could call that a large home run, Bob.
That was, and I'm sorry, it's not the Yankees, it's the Cubs with the offensive explosion.
Easy to confuse, both teams wearing their pinstripes today.
That's true. I should know the difference between blue and gray, though.
Someone in the equipment room did not put the right home and away jerseys out, so both teams wearing their white with pinstripes, despite what you can see here with the Cubs in the dark blue. Don't see Cubs in dark blue pants very often.
Not very often, not since the 1980s, but here's Arrieta with the swing bunt to the wall for the conventional triple there. So,
yes, the dribbler triple to the wall, getting to third.
One of those plays you see all the time, Cory.
That's right. And Schwarber has a towering shot. It's going to get under it, though, and will be just a loud out.
So Jacoby Ellsbury puts it out. Schwarber gave that one a ride, but, man, that Arrieta swinging bunt triple, that was something to see, Cory.
Yep. Right you are, Bob. And this is Gardner on his way to second.
So we knew going into this, both teams had a high-powered offense, but I thought we'd see a little better pitching performance from both sides.
Yep. Oh, there's a quick, sharp grounder. He's out at first, and sharp heads-up base running there, Bob.
Very heads-up base running there. Here's Greg Bird with an opposite field shot down to the left field line, and that's going to score the runner. And can Bird get in there? He can. And it looks like Joe Madden's might take a look at it. Nope, too late.
Nope. I've always wanted to say Bird to third, Bob, but unfortunately he just slides
doesn't have the
safely
wheels
for that double.
I tell you, these Yankees, they have some fun names to work with, don't they, Cory?
Well, with Ellsbury pops out, Bird is on his way to third on 2-out fly ball, but he's not going to officially make it there. But it looks like he did touch the bag, Bob, so we can't say Bird to third.
No, can't say Bird, just rounded third, which also works. Chris Bryant sends this one to Michigan. That one might be halfway to Green Bay, Wisconsin, Cory.
I think that one's on the rooftops, Bob.
That was a shot.
Wow.
And here's Rizzo with a towering fly ball into foul territory. Can Chase Headley catch it? Does he have room? And he does. I like to see these umpires with their old-timey uniforms on as well, Cory.
Hey, it's good. Yep, the all black. Going for it.
Yep, they're just looking good. So here's Addison Russell batting .231 this year with 21 home runs, shockingly, here in early May.
Yeah, I think those are record-breaking numbers.
They are, for any team, any position, any player, anywhere. All right, so another one on the board here for the Cubs as they respond to the Yankees scoring in the top of the inning.
Oh, misplay there at first. Unfortunately, yeah, everybody going the same direction, Bob. First and second both going to their left, and the ball squeaks through. So I don't know if we are going to put that one up as an E. Nobody touched it, but certainly it was a playable ball.
Absolutely. We'll see what the official scorers say, but it looked a little like a foosball table defense there, Cory.
It certainly did, Bob. It is reminiscent of a foosball. You are right.
And here's Aaron Judge swinging through a breaking ball from Arrieta and a towering fly ball here from Aaron Judge into right field. Seeing a lot of that today, Cory.
Yeah. Where is David Justice these days, Bob?
David Justice, he's not on TV, so...
Is he just a racist living in his basement now like most MLB players that we loved?
I don't know. I don't know if he's gone the path of Curt Schilling.
Yes.
But I would say no. My guess.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good.
He was married to Holly Berry for a time. I don't think they're still together anymore, so we haven't seen Holly Berry in a while either.
Oh, that's going to be a double play.
That is a nice double play here. And we have Baez up to bat here, and that's going to be a ground ball just past Starlin Castro.
Ooh.
But
Javier, don't call me Joan Baez, Bob.
I don't know if he even knows who Joan Baez is.
Well, then that's probably good for him.
Someone should maybe Joe Madden told him.
Yeah, I bet Joe Madden has a nice collection of Joan Baez albums.
Yeah, he's like, you should listen to this song.
I bet he has a nice leather and mahogany chair that he sits in and listens to Joan Baez with those old headphones with the telephone cord on them, Bob.
While sipping brandy and smoking unfiltered cigarettes?
Yes.
Here's Kyle Schwarber with a shot to the right field bleachers.
Wowie.
And the Yankees are busting this one open. Tanaka getting shelled.
Cubs are just taking it out here today. I'm not sure, Bob, is the wind blowing out? It's hard to tell with the two-dimensional flags that we have here on Sticky Bleachers coverage.
Well, Joe Madden has added fans to both sides of the dugout, blowing the wind out from home plate into the stands. So it's probably a reason why we're seeing a lot of these towering fly balls, Cory.
Well, there we go. Wrigley has always been a hitter's park, Bob. Not a lot of room in foul territory. There's a lot of awkward corners back there, especially in right field at Wrigley. And then, of course, the wind conditions and these hot, humid early summer days can really make these balls fly.
Yes, depending on the day. And with those baskets out there in the outfield, can definitely snag some home runs for lazy pop flies.
Right you are. And I think it's a short, is it 396 to center here, Bob? Hard to read the sign.
I think 396 and a half. 396 and a half.
Oh, well, close enough.
And here the Cubs are doing a little unconventional here in early May. They're playing playoff baseball, bringing John Lester in to relieve Jake Arrieta.
Hey, you know what, Bob? A win is a win.
You play to win the game, as Marvin Lewis would always say. Here's Gary Sanchez looking to follow up Brett Gardner's leadoff triple here. Gary Sanchez, not the Will Ferrell film production company.
All right, so John Lester working in long, would you call this long relief, I guess?
Yeah, I call it long relief. I don't know why you'd bring him in with a 7-2 lead, but, I'm not a World Series winning manager, Corey.
Hey, Bob, the All-Star break's only 2 months away, so he's got some rest coming up.
Oh, and looks like Brett Gardner is going to tag and make it in, so we got a 7-3 game here. Matt Holliday up.
There we go. Now, was I right, Bob, about Matt Holliday being a career journeyman?
Yes and no, Corey. I guess he's played on 3 teams, so
maybe I'm thinking of Jim Edmonds.
Jim Edmonds he was 2 teams, so
Well,
it seems like they're journeymen because they're staying on a team for a while, but they're really not. Because Matt Holliday, he played for the A's. I guess it's 4 teams, so yeah, I guess you could qualify that as a journeyman.
all right. Well, that sounded like it was, maybe off the wall, but could have been a trap. Anyway, they do call him out there, Bob. So, and it looks like
We're going to bring in Michael Pineda here.
Hey.
So Tanaka getting shelled, and Joe Girardi's going to follow the same path Joe Madden took.
Yeah. Hey, former Cub Joe Girardi.
Former Cub Joe
It should
Girardi,
be noted
absolutely.
he played a lot of games behind home plate here at Wrigley Field during his tenure.
He's no stranger to these friendly confines.
And he was a little tidbit of trivia, Bob. He was the favorite catcher of a young Cory from Sticky Bleachers.
Well, there you go. To pitch to?
I collected Joe Girardi baseball cards. I believe I traded away a few Frank Thomas cards for Joe Girardi cards.
Ooh. Not the upside down name printed Frank Thomas card, though, right?
No, I don't believe I ever had that one.
Okay, good. That one's worth a pretty penny there, Corey.
All right. Well, no, I don't think I have that one. I do have some old miscut cards from the 70s and 80s, but I don't think I ever had a notable Frank Thomas card.
You get those from the trading card outlet store, those incorrectly cut baseball cards?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah, or just in just a collection. Sometimes they pop up in packs. Not so much these days, but the old times of Wild West card printing, Bob. You never knew.
Exactly.
What you were going to get.
Gum laced with anthrax. It was awesome times.
Yes, Tops. Your best source of cards and anthrax.
Here's Chase Hetley, and he has a fly ball into foul territory, and Anthony Rizzo is under it there. So Aaron Judge stepping up, 0 for 2 on the day, swinging at the first pitches, being really aggressive.
And he's out, so it is judge, jury, and executioner for his batting average, Bob.
Yep, but a nice start nonetheless there for Aaron Judge. Here's Michael Pineda, rarely gets a bat as well, but he laces one down foul.
Oof.
So
Cubs dodge a bullet.
They do. 8-3, but Lester gets him swinging.
You got to admire the AL pitcher going up there and swinging at 3 straight pitches, Bob. You just got to love it.
Absolutely.
Just get up there and put that wood out in front of the ball. You never know what might happen.
As Harry Carey used to say, swing hard in case you hit it, right?
Ah, good old Harry Carey. I love it. I love it.
Do you remember him? He was a broadcaster for the Cubs.
Yes, he was, Bob. Hall of Fame broadcaster Chip Carey. I mean, Harry Carey.
Harry Carey, yes.
Father of notable broadcaster Chip Carey.
That's his biggest claim to fame there.
And friend of other Hall of Fame possible broadcaster Steve Stone. Future Hall of Fame broadcaster Steve Stone.
And while we're talking about future Hall of Fame broadcasters, Chris Bryant laces another home run.
Do you think Chris Bryant has a career on TV, a future on television?
Who? Chris Bryant?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's got a future doing whatever he wants to do.
Does he have the handsome good looks of a Hawk Harrelson to be on television?
Well, he's not as dashing as a Jay Cutler or Tony Romo.
Oh, sure.
But I think he can definitely make it.
Yes. Tony Romo recently inking a TV deal, I believe, right, Bob?
Yes, and Jay Cutler recently inking a TV deal as well. So.
Oh, I guess I've never thought of Jay Cutler as a dashing good looks. He's always so pouty.
Well, yeah, it's those Parliament cigarettes and the hungover look that Fox is really going for. So.
Well, then that's their audience. Then.
That's his MO. So.
All right, Bird. He's good in a third this time, Bob. I can just feel it.
You think he's got a triple in that bat?
I think he's gonna hit the cycle, Bob. That's my guess. He's got a double in the bag.
It's a fly ball to the left center, but it gets out. So Cory, you don't get your triple, but he does get a home run. So he can add that to his cycle tally.
Yep, still on his way to the cycle. Here's
Matt Holliday. He's got a fly ball to right center field. Matt Holliday, he's played for the Oakland A's, the Colorado Rockies, St. Louis Cardinals, and now the New York Yankees.
So I can finally say career journeyman Matt Holliday.
You think? All right.
And two-team player Jason Hayward.
Three-team.
Three-team player Jason Hayward. That's what I said.
Yep, that's what. Braves, Cardinals, and now the Chicago Cubs.
Oh, I forgot about his stint with the Cardinals. I remember when he was the wunderkind for the Braves in their very brief attempt at resurgence to relevance, Bob.
We're not going to talk about that, Corey. And here's Wilson Contreras in foul territory.
Yeah, I mean, like they put that little run together there 5 or 6 years ago. A couple of notable players, and then just never.
They had a little run of 17 consecutive NL East champions. But it was a little run.
Well, no, I know that's what I mean. Then they kind of dipped, and then they tried to bring it back a few years ago, and it didn't quite work.
After 25 years of awesomeness, Corey, you can expect a couple years of rebuild.
That's right. Greg Maddux can't pitch forever.
No, he can't.
Is he on TV these days? I imagine he probably doesn't have to buy drinks in Atlanta.
I don't think he has to buy drinks anywhere.
Coca-Cola, probably. He doesn't have to buy Coca-Cola.
Well, you shouldn't really have to buy that anywhere. That should just come with meals. I think he just hangs out in Las Vegas. Does Greg Maddux.
Okay, yep, signing cards for $10 or $12.
I don't even think he does that. I think he just hangs out in Vegas. I think he golfs.
Okay, well, that'd be good.
That'd be good.
I know Pete Rose likes to sign stuff for money.
Well, he needs to sign stuff for money because he doesn't have any other source of income. Greg Maddux made millions of dollars. So
understand. Well, Pete Rose made some good money on his gambling ring before that well dried up.
That's true, but that was a nice double play turn there by the Yankees.
Yeah, the tag out double play, one of the less usual double plays.
Yeah, so we've seen a swinging bunt triple by Arrieta, and now a towering fly ball to left field. Doesn't make it, just in front of the baskets.
Wow.
But it bounces off the walls for a double, so a little bit of luck there for Chris Bryant, who... Does he need it?
Yeah, interesting. He does not quite have the hops, and that throw goes to third. Also another risky throw there, Bob. Probably should have gone to second with that throw, huh?
Probably should have gone to second, but with 2 outs, they can afford that throwing error there. But another long fly ball to left field, and that one's going to reach the seat. So the Cubs continue their shellacking here of the New York Yankees, who took the first 2 out of the series.
That one's going to get into the Bud Light bleachers, Bob.
Not the Budweiser bleachers, the Bud Light bleachers.
And unfortunately, that means that there's no old style to be had out there in those bleachers. So you've got to sit in the sun. You get to heckle the outfielders, but you do not get the privilege of old style beer when you're in those bleachers, unfortunately.
It's definitely less valuable.
So if you want to shout racist things at outfielders, there you go.
Go to Boston.
If you're not in Boston, or if you're a Bostonian,
if you're not in
Chicago,
Boston,
you can buy bleacher tickets and get racist out there.
There's Jason Hayward with a home run there to right field. So these Cubs are bringing out the offensive bats here today, Corey, and that's going to do it here. They're going to 10-run rule the New York Yankees because that's what we like to do here on Sunday Night
Baseball. That's it. The mercy rule is in effect on Sticky Bleachers as always, Bob. So after 8, we have a final score of 14-4. The hometown Cubbies taking it. This is tomorrow's Chicago Tribune, as you can see there, Bob. Just a little preview from the editors.
Some awesome columns written there. I love blah, 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 blah. It's always just fantastic.
Hey, and who's the Chicago Sun-Times sports guy that's always on Pardon the Interruption, or was 10 years ago last time I saw Pardon the Interruption?
Mr. Blah,
Mr.
blah,
blah, blah, blah, or Next Game. All right, what's up?
I think it was Mr. Blah, blah, blah.
Sticky Bleachers makes its
blah,
triumphant
blah, blah.
baseball return here in mid-May of 2017 with the Cubs beating the Yankees in the premier matchup of the weekend. 2 historic franchises, 1 historic ballpark, and a historic beatdown, 14-4. So much that Girardi just throws in the towel and says, "Enough, guys. Let's just go home. Call it a series."
Let's go back to the Bronx, boys.
Yep, time for those late-night getaway nights here on a Sunday. If you like this video, please do hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, leave us a comment, get in touch with us on social media where we are Sticky Bleachers all over the place. I will be Cory signing off for now.
I'm Bob. We'll see you next time.